Shalom. This is a random reading. And yes, I'm wearing my glasses. They don't really match the hat, do they? Random reading. I am still in the scriptures, as always. And this is Matthew chapter 24. A subscriber left a comment on my last reading video from a certain verse from this chapter, and I felt convicted to read the chapter to you. So I'm going to do that. Matthew 24. And going out, Yeshua went away from the set-apart place, and his taught ones came near to point out to him the buildings of the set-apart place. And Yeshua said to them, Do you not see all these? Truly I say to you, not one stone shall be left here upon another at all, which shall not be thrown down. And as he sat on the Mount of Olives, the taught ones came to him separately, saying, Say to us, when shall this be? And what is the sign of your coming and of the end of the age? And Yeshua answering said to them, Take heed that no one leads you astray. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am the Messiah, and they shall lead many astray. And you shall begin to hear of fightings and reports of fightings. See that you are not troubled, for these have to take place, but the end is not yet. For nations shall rise against nations, and reign against reign. And there shall be scarcities of food, and deadly diseases, and earthquakes in places. And all these are the beginning of the birth pains. And they shall deliver you up to affliction, and kill you, and you shall be hated by all nations for my name's sake. And then many shall stumble, and they shall deliver up one another, and shall hate one another. And many false prophets shall rise up, and lead many astray. And because of the increase in lawlessness, and love of many shall become cold. The love of many shall become cold. But he who shall have endured to the end shall be saved. And this good news of the reign shall be proclaimed in all the worlds as a witness to all the nations, and then the end shall come. So when you see the abomination lay waste, spoken of by Daniel the prophet, set up in the set-apart place, he who reads, let him understand. Then let those who are in Yehuda flee to the mountains. Let him who is on housetop, not come down to take whatever out of the house. And let him who is in the field not turn back to get his garments. And woe to those who are pregnant, and to those who are nursing children in those days. And pray that your fight does not take place in winter or on the Sabbath. For then there shall be great distress, such has not been since the beginning of the world until this time. No, nor ever shall be. And if those days were not shortened, no flesh would be saved. But for the sake of the chosen ones, those days shall be shortened. If anyone then says to you, Look, here is the Messiah, or there, do not believe. For false messiahs and false prophets shall arise, and they shall show great signs and wonders, so as to lead astray, if possible, even the chosen ones. See, I have forewarned you. So if they say to you, Look, he is in the desert, do not go out, or look. He is in the inner rooms, do not believe. For as the lightning comes from the east, and shines to the west, so shall be the coming of the Son of Adam be. So, and also shall the coming of the Son of Adam be. For wherever the dead body is, the vultures shall be gathered together. And immediately after the distress of those days, the sun shall be darkened, and the moon shall not give its light, and the stars shall fall from the heavens, and the powers of the heavens shall be shaken. And then the sign of the Son of Adam shall appear in the heavens, and then all the tribes of the earth shall mourn, and they shall see the Son of Adam coming on the clouds of the heaven with the power of much esteem. And he shall send his messengers with a great sound of a trumpet, and they shall gather together his chosen ones from the four winds, from the end of the heavens to the other. And learn this parable from the fig tree. When its branch has already become tender and puts forth leaves, you know that the summer is near. So you also, when you see all these, know that he is near, at the doors. Truly I say to you, this generation shall by no means pass away until all this takes place. The heaven and the earth shall pass away, but my words shall by no means pass away. But concerning that day and the hour, no one knows, not even the messengers of the heavens, but my Father only. And as the days of Noah, so also shall the coming of the Son of Adam be. For as they were in the days before the flood, eating, drinking, marrying, and giving in marriage, until the day that Noah entered the ark, and they did not know until the flood came and took them all away, so also shall be the coming of the Son of Adam. Then two shall be in the field, one is taken and one is left. Two women shall be grinding at the mill, one is taken and one is left. Watch before, for you do not know what hour your master is coming. And know this, that if the master of the house had known what hour the thief would come, he would have watched and not allowed his house to be broken into. Because of this, be ready too, for the Son of Adam is coming at the hour when you do not expect him. Who then is a trustworthy and wise servant, whom his master set over his household, to give them food in season? Blessed is the servant whom his master having come shall find so doing. Truly I say to you, that he shall set him over all his possessions. But if that evil servant says in his heart, my master is delaying his coming, and begins to beat his fellow servants, and to eat and drink with the drunkards, the master of that servant shall come on a day when he does not expect it, and an hour he does not know, and shall cut him in two, and appoint him his portion with the hypocrites. There shall be weeping and gnashing of teeth. And that is Matthew 24. I would like to point out verse 29 that says, and immediately after the distress of those days, the sun shall be darkened, and the moon shall not give its light, and the stars shall fall from the heavens. You can find that in Joshua 13:10, direct quote from the Old Testament. And a portion of 24:30. And then the sign of the Son of Adam shall appear in the heavens, and then all the tribes of earth shall mourn. Ezekiel 12:10 through 14. Referencing to make sure I got that right. I'm wrong. That's Zechariah 12:10 through 14. 24:31. Skipping ahead a little bit in that particular verse to the last line. From one end of the heavens to the other. Deuteronomy 4:32. This book has everything that Yeshua or Jesus referenced from the Old Testament. Every single thing he said that came from a direct quote of the Old Testament is highlighted in bold with a little note next to it of where you can find it in the Old Testament. Matthew 24:15. So when you see the abomination that lays waste, that is a direct quote from Daniel chapter 11 verse 31. This book ties in the new and the old. It shows that the old is just a continuation, or the new is just a continuation. It shows time and time again that Yeshua or Jesus was teaching Torah, was teaching from the Old Testament. It shows that the apostles were teaching Torah and teaching from the Old Testament. But taking notes from this, many shall be led astray. Many. I believe we are seeing this. It's happening in churches. It's happening by religions. It's happening all over the world. Many are being persecuted for believing in his name, the name of the Messiah, Yeshua. Many are dying to this day because they believe in his name and they believe in what he did. Do not let those lead you astray. Not even those from the church, those who claim to be pastors. Not every church and not every pastor is like this, obviously, but many are. In my experience, many are. It is up to you, and only you, to read, understand, and find your salvation. That is your responsibility. It is your responsibility. It's not anyone else's. So many people get so caught up on one verse, one line, one thing, that their brain just fixates on that one thing. And then that's all they talk about. It doesn't matter what that one thing is. It only matters as a whole. Because this is one. It's not a new and an old and a new. The new is the continuation of the old. And there are direct quotes from the old in the new by pretty much everyone. The apostles, Jesus himself. They are tied together. You cannot have one without the other. Lots of people tell me what I should take from this, what I should believe from this. Lots of people do it. I get emails and comments about it all the time. Going into the Sabbath just a little bit, I've been told you can't flip a light switch. You can't look at a computer screen. You can't do anything on the Sabbath. My book doesn't say that. It says, you shall not kindle a fire. This is not kindling a fire. If you know anything about kindling a fire, especially historically, you know that it was a lot of work. Did that mean that you shouldn't keep your fire going? Does that mean that people who live in extreme temperate places like Alaska, for example, should not stay warm? If you look at it from a logical point of view, If you are keeping the Sabbath and you cannot kindle a fire, then you need to lay in your bed, shut off all the power to your house, do absolutely nothing but read a book. You need to kill the breakers to your house, make sure no power is coming in, because logically speaking, somebody at a power plant somewhere is having to keep a fire running, keep their heat going, to keep your power on, and you're forcing somebody to work that day. Logically speaking. That's not what my book says. It says you shall do no work. So lots of people will argue, what is work? What is it then? Work to you and work to me can be completely different things. Completely different. As a professional driver, for me, driving could be considered work. Therefore, should I not drive to assembly, drive to fellowship, drive to church? Should I not? Because it's work. I can't take a cab or Uber because you should do no business transactions on the Sabbath. That would be a business transaction. Not everyone sees driving as work. Some people think it's quite enjoyable. So therefore it's not work to them. Goes right back to interpreting, understanding, believing, and leading yourself. Do not put too much into the words of others. Are you going to really trust somebody to lead you to your salvation? I'm not. I'm trusting Him, that through the Messiah, Yeshua, through the Messiah, I shall find my salvation with the Father. That is what I believe. And I believe it is my responsibility and mine alone to decide, to learn, to have faith, to interpret, and to understand. It's my responsibility for myself and my children. Not yours, not your pastor, not previous pastors that I've had, not the Pope, not anyone, not even him. It's not his responsibility to lead me to Him. It is my responsibility. Alright, I'm going to shut up. Thank you guys for watching. Bless all of you. And please, stay safe.